God bless us, everyone.
Hello, movie lovers, and welcome to episode 24 of A Christmas Carol. If you don't know what is going on, please be sure to click the link down in the description to catch the introduction and know what's going on. Okay, now that I got the intro out of the way, let's talk about this one. I thought when I saw the Simon Callow version, that was probably one of the worst it could get. And I would have been wrong. Okay. Today we're talking about 2006's A Christmas Carol, where all of the characters are transformed to anthropomorphic animals. I know I normally start by talking with the characters, and then I move on to the aspects of filmmaking, but for this one, I have to start with the aspects of filmmaking. The cinematography looks like something that a high school graphics design student would do. There was no detail. They were blocky. If you've seen some of the computer animation, like the Pixar featurettes, where how they started this animation before the detail was added, it looked a lot like that, and it was just annoying the whole time. And then from there, the costumes, because there was no detail, they were very blocky. You didn't really understand what was going on. So all of a sudden, the cinematography, because of that, a 1 out of 10 on that. And then the costumes, a 2 out of 10. So we're already starting off just to a great start before we even get to the story. But now, let's get to the story. All the characters are now animals. The Cratchits are rabbits. And Scrooge and his entire family are skunks. They specifically have to say this man is stinky or is awful because he's a skunk. Off to a great start here. Okay. So moving on to it, true to the book, it didn't follow the book, and we'll get to why throughout this whole thing, but just know it really didn't follow it except for the main story of he's bad, then he's good, but the way he got there was completely different. So a 2 out of 5 on that. Probably shouldn't be a 1 out of 5, but I gave the other parts because it was more of their interpretation, the lower scores. This one with Scrooge itself, he did follow the whole, Marley, ghost, and just things within there was different. So still a 2 out of 5 for the Scrooge portion. We'll get to the other ones. Bad Scrooge, 3 out of 10. It was hard to get through. It was almost like watching a child's show like Blue's Clues or something, because he literally goes off on Cratchit for losing a coin, and the coin is on his forehead. You see it moving around. First off, how is it sticking there? Okay, what's on your forehead that's making it stick? And then you're going off on your clerk when it's just right there. It's almost like he says, "Where's my coin? Where's my..." And the kids are about to go, "It's there! It's there!" I was waiting for the voiceover. And that pretty much was throughout the whole thing, little thing. So a 3 out of 10 on bad Scrooge on that point. And then when he gets to good Scrooge, 2 out of 5. I really don't have any words for it. It's just 2 out of 5. The transformation, 2 out of 10. There wasn't much there. But let's get to the actual ghost. Marley. First off, didn't follow the book. Okay, the whole Dickens dialogue was pretty much thrown out the window for almost this whole thing. Couple lines are here, and there, but most of it was gone. And then Marley reappears at the end when Scrooge becomes good and helps everybody. And because Scrooge was good, Marley was redeemed and his chains are gone. That's not the point. I mean, I understand trying to add you can always be redeemed, but the whole point is Marley has no sort of way to fix himself with the story, and Scrooge still has a chance, and that's sort of what we're supposed to want this whole way. So really, it just took a lot away. So 1 out of 5 on that, and the interpretation, just a 5 out of 10. I'm sorry, 5 out of 10. Then we get to Ghost of Christmas Past, who is played by Stork, who shows up as a pillow, makes a sort of provocative comments, which I thought was actually kind of hilarious, but completely out of place in the way the rest of this story was about. But a 2 out of 5 following the book, because the story itself completely changed. Scrooge was not kicked out of the house by his father. Scrooge was kicked out of the house by Fan, who didn't die, by the way, because they had to make room for Fred. So that's why Scrooge despises Fred, not because Fan died and because he sees, I mean, it was just all completely mixed out. So a 2 out of 5 on that. And the interpretation, once again, just hard to watch. 4 out of 10 on that for a 6 for Ghost of Christmas Past. Ghost of Christmas Present, we get another animal. It's a kangaroo. Can you guess what accent the kangaroo has? Yes, he shows up in an Australian accent. In fact, shows up saying, "G'day." Can you get any more stereotypical? I mean, just that. And then for the story, it ended up with 2 out of 5, mostly because of this next point. Tim was not sick. I know what you're wondering. Where's the transition here? It actually kind of makes sense how they did it. It just didn't follow the book. So 2 out of 5. And then it was just painful to watch. I mean, just watching everything happen here and there. A 3 out of 10 on that. So a 5 for the Ghost of Christmas Present. We get to Ghost of Christmas Future. And he's a talking walrus. First off, he talks. That's an issue for the Ghost of Christmas yet to come. Then what happened was Tim apparently starts to look up to Scrooge and his ways because of his money or something. So because Scrooge was so mean, Tim becomes a miser, and Scrooge needs to repent because he doesn't want to be that. He wants to be the sweet kid again. And it's just like, what? So Scrooge turns because he didn't want Tiny Tim to become him. I don't know if that works. I don't know. So 1 out of 5 following the book on that, and 3 out of 10 for the interpretation. Now, one thing I haven't talked about is the music. Music was very kid-friendly. Okay, we had a lot of the xylophones going, some pizzicato strings, everything. Really fit the sort of theme of it. Really didn't take away or add to it. 5 out of 10 on that one. Okay, guys, we made it through that one. Like I said, these have been very up and down. This one was very much a down. If you have kids, I guess you can try it. If you want to do that, I would not recommend this one. It followed the story kind of, but as you can see, not a very good one. But anyway, I'm pretty sure we're going to have a couple good ones coming up. We are due a good one after a couple of the previous ones that we've had. So be sure to catch the next episode and hit the like button down, comment, subscribe, share it, all that fun stuff. God bless y'all, and that's a wrap.